I'm not the man where they carry vegetable, they go see woman, you know, pastor there tomorrow. But remain forever.
Hi, in this video, I will be reviewing the movie Christmas in Lagos, which you can watch on Prime Video. So this movie is essentially about, Christmas time in Lagos. So basically, we have multiple people who are trying to navigate their love lives and relationship in Lagos during the Christmas time. So we have, I think, about three or more multiple people. We have being who is in love with her best friend Elo. Elo happens to be in love with his girlfriend who he plans to propose to, who is Yagazi. On the other hand, we have Finn's mother, Bemi, who has her own love triangle going on. So Bemi is in love with Toye. On the other end, we have Zach, who has been Bimi's high school sweetheart, her first love and everything, who still wants her back. So she has to choose between these two men who she would go for. Then we now get to see Ivy, who is Finn's cousin, this IJGB. She just got back to Lagos, so 30 December in Lagos. So she meets this guy, Ajani, who is an upcoming artist who rides a bike. So she's trying to navigate, that thing she has going on with this guy. We now also have these people. We have Ladi and Chisomu. Ladi works at Bemi's house, and Chisom is this delivery guy. So it's just a lot of love in the air kind of. So there's just a lot going on. I don't even know if there really is a main character in this movie, but I choose to believe that Finn is the main character because the movie opens up with her and more or less closes off with her essentially. So Finn is this girl, just her and her mom. Her dad is late. I think the mother is into fabric business. So the movie opens up with her going to pick up her cousin and her best friend from the airport. So of course it's December in Lagos. So Nigerians who are outside the country, choose to come back home during that time to just chill, meet with family and just have a fun time in Lagos. That's what we call Dirty December. Nightlife, partying, drinking, just the whole chilling thing. That's what 30 December in Lagos is like. So everybody comes over, all the IJGB come back to Nigeria for that. Then with the way the movie opened up with the whole Lagos traffic craziness and people trying to sell even chicken, live chicken, just very, very funny to see. Yeah, so I think that is basically what the movie is about love, trying to figure out, what you want for yourself. Just also talking about basically Christmas, what Christmas is all about, spending time with family, friends, loved ones, season for sharing and caring. Basically being together with, the ones you love, showing kindness and just making memories essentially. So the movie was of course produced and directed by Jade Osiberu. So it is very different from what I'm used to with her. So of course we know her from movies like Gangs of Lagos, Sugar Rush, Brotherhood, Detroit. So very, action packed, more like guns, fighting. But in this movie, it's more like chilled, laid back, love and light, romance in the air, love is in the air type of movie, which was quite interesting to see. Now I'll talk about the actors and their performances in this movie. So we have the main actor who is Finn, who was played by Teniola. So it was very nice seeing her, in this role. It was really interesting seeing her in this role, but it was also sad, seeing the way the story went, how she had this unrequited love from her friend. And that whole thing was a bit confused because I'm tired of this whole best friends falling in love with each other. It's becoming a bit tiring, it's becoming a bit repetitive. And yeah, so she did really well in her role. And it was also interesting the interview, where she said she had to learn to drive because of this role. I also love the relationship she had with her mom. It was really, really cool. Like they were like friends, and that there were boundaries, of course. She respected and loved her mom, but it was very, very cool to see like that mom-daughter relationship. I think one thing with her character was she needed to figure out herself, love herself, then I guess figure out what she wants. Because it was a bit confusing because at first when she spoke about hello, and everything, how they're going to end up together and whatnot, so I was just a bit taken aback because I was like, oh, maybe it's something of they had something, it didn't work out or whatever. But mind you, these people have not had conversations in regards to that lie. But towards the end of the movie, we get to find out that Elo had feelings for her. He told her about it, but she didn't reciprocate his feelings because she was in a relationship. And now that she's out of the relationship, the guy broke her heart. She wants to fall back to him, which wasn't really cool. But yes, but Teniola did such a good job in this movie. Then we have the guy Ilo, who is, I guess, new to Nollywood movie. He's a good-looking guy, but for his acting, I'm not so sure about it. He was also giving me this "I just got back" vibes, and his acting wasn't really cutting it for me, but he did okay. Like I liked his friendship with the girls. I liked seeing where we got to see him lash out and everything. But he's an interesting guy to watch. Then we get to see Ivy, who is Ivie's cousin. So she's the typical London girl. She just got back, 30 December in Lagos. Let's have fun. Then she finds this guy who they form an unlikely connection, which is not like her typical guy she would go for, I guess, because she's more like a classy, you know, high class babe, and she has to deal with this guy who is more up and coming. So that relationship dynamic was just, let's see how far this will go, sort of thing. Then the mom, Bami, in this movie was played by Shaffy Bello, who is Finn's mom. This woman did so well in this movie because you would thoroughly enjoy watching her. It was so cute, like her having this love triangle and trying to figure out which of these men she was going to go for. Like this woman is a fabulous actress. Like I just love her so much, and it was very interesting, the chemistry between her character and RMD's character. It was just so cute to see. And RMD's character in this movie was Zach. So he was this chief billionaire, playboy, has a lot of money, he just gets what he wants, kind of thing. So apparently he and Bami dated when they were in school, so they were supposed to get married. He had proposed to her. I think he went for his masters or something. Over 2 years, came back with a wife. So just imagine, Bami was waiting for him, but this guy pops back into Nigeria with a whole wife. So that just broke her heart. She had to move on, and it just feels like anytime she moves on, this guy keeps popping back up into her life to rekindle old feelings. So just having this thought of what could have been. Then we have the other man in her life, who was Toye, was played by Wale Ojo. Gave me this nerd vibe. He was just a cool, calm guy. He didn't like stress. But it was very interesting, the scenes between, his character, RMD's character, and Shaffy Bello, when RMD kept saying that he brings gifts, he doesn't bring vegetables to a woman's place. It is quite interesting, just a very, light-hearted movie. Wale Ojo did so well in this movie. Then other faces we'll get to see in the movie, we'll get to see the character Laddie and her love interest Chisom. It was cute, they were both finding love in unlikely places, and they just had this spark. Then we also get to see character Ajani, who was played by Ladipo. I didn't really enjoy his acting in this movie, but he did okay. I think this is his first time acting in a movie, but he did good. We also get to see Ebele, who was Elo's mom. Like this woman did so, especially the scene where she came down the stairs and saw her son and her husband, arranging Christmas tree and everything. So she got really emotional. Like she was dealing with a lot of grief. She was dealing with a lot. So she got to really portray that grieving mother over the death of her child. So she did so well. I really enjoyed seeing her alongside her husband. I can't remember his name, but that man is a veteran actor. And seeing him in this movie was so, so refreshing. Then, of course, we get to see the character Yagazi, who was played by Angel Anoshika. Like, if you know Angel here on YouTube streets, you will be so happy to see her in this movie. I think it's her first debut movie, and she did so well. So she was Elo's, love interest in this movie. She's the one, he wanted to plan this surprise proposal. It was really, really cute. And this baby looked so stunning in this movie. Enjoyed, her acting in this movie seemed really, really natural. Her dialogue scenes came so natural to her. She didn't seem out of place. She was just in sync and just got into character in this movie, which was really, really good to see. Then we get to see Waje in this movie, who was Yaga's sister, who was also, doing her singing thing, at the carol, was really cool to see. We also get to see AG Baby Adekunle Gold, who performed at Bami's wedding. We get to see Ira Star, who did her own concert. We get to see World. We get to see some other, Nigerian, artists perform in this movie, which was nice to see. So you could tell like a lot went into production of this movie, bringing these A-list, musicians to come act and perform in this movie, which was really good to see. So I think that is it for the actors in this movie. Everybody did so well. Then for costume design, for set, for makeup, cinematography, like it was really, really good. It was done very nicely. Like even the music used, that they infused a lot of Nigerian music into it, which was nice to see. It was just like overall the movie had, like, you could tell money went into production of this movie. Like a lot was spent into making this movie fabulous, and it was indeed fabulous. Really enjoyed watching, trio of Wale Ojo, RMD, and Shaffy Bello. Like it was very different, seeing, these older folks acting very steamy on screen, and with the whole chemistry and the whole romance. It was very, very interesting to see and very different, because most of the time in movies we get to see, the younger generation figuring love out, and trying to find a connection and trying to figure out and navigate love life. But we get to see the flip side of it, regardless of whether you're older or not, regardless of whether you're divorced or widowed, you can still find love, and you can still, build your life, find love and move on with somebody else, which was really, really nice and cute to see that, age is not a barrier for love, essentially, which was just amazing. And essentially, just have fun, make memories, laugh, love, and live this Christmas period. Okay, so what did I not like about the movie? I guess the whole repetitive thing of, best friends falling in love with each other. That story is just wearing me out. Then another thing I didn't like, of course, was that the movie had a lot going on. I don't know who exactly we had to focus on, because at some point it seems like it is Bemi and her two men that were dealing with. Then on the other end, you get Finn and, Ilo and the whole Yagazi thing. So it's like a lot was in play in this movie. So there was no, like, focal point, I guess. Regardless, it's an entertaining watch. It's just basically Christmas in Lagos, like how, it actually is, with the whole meeting people at first, and just having a connection, and how also trying to navigate your life, trying to navigate relationships, trying to figure out yourself. Because that end of the year period, that Christmas into New Year period, is basically like a what have I done with my year kind of thing. You start to go over your year, like do a brief recap and see, okay, what you've achieved, if you've achieved your goals or not. If this year is better than the last year, you just basically start to tick things off your list. And it's more or less that end of the year period is a very, very, mentally draining time, because it feels like it takes a toll on you, because you begin to check whether you've achieved or you haven't achieved certain things, and it just begins to weigh on you going into the new year, and like what this new year would bring and everything. But regardless, it's an entertaining watch. Christmas in Lagos, you can watch it on Prime Video. So have you seen the movie Christmas in Lagos? Let me hear your thoughts down in the comment section. If you've seen it, did you like the movie? And if you did not like the movie, let me know what in the movie you did not like. If you're new to my channel, do subscribe. If you liked this video, please hit the like button. Check out my other videos, compliments of the season, by the way. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.